What are you doing?
Conversion. How many milliliters are in a cup? 1.5 cups is 3.75 milliliters. That's exactly, that means this whole thing goes in.
Really?
Yeah, it's a cup and a half. No, that's right. I'm sure it's right. It's gotta be right.
Plus, between me and Chris, we share about a half a brain cell together, so. I learned that one from my dad.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah, Lee dog.
Hey,
Good luck on the
Margaritas for the
Margs.
guys. They asked for margaritas. I couldn't find a blender, so.
So we have skateboarding's newest pro.
That's sick. Are you excited?
It's like your week. You're big on the internet this week.
I couldn't be more stoked, honestly. It's like not even real.
Did you think that was going to happen ever?
No.
Because you have an interesting career sort of trajectory.
It honestly was never something that like I ever thought to happen like over the course of events, you know?
Yeah. Because like to give the quick summary, he was like mainly a vert kid, but then was like skating, did really good at Tampa M 1 year, won vert, and like what'd you get in street that year?
Like 7th or something?
Yeah.
That was gnarly.
And then you went in this direction where you ended up sort of taking a job being a filmer. Like skating took us a back seat to like you filming for a living. Was that weird? Because you were like, were you like, oh, I'm never gonna be a skater for a living. I gotta get a job and be a filmer.
Well, it was really weird just because like it was kind of like just overnight I was like a filmer all of a sudden, you know?
Yeah.
No, it was so weird because it was like, I mean, I didn't even, the whole time I was doing it, like, I mean, now that I'm older and I could like still film and do stuff like that, I could like treat it more like a job because I'm more mature, but at the time, like, I just wanted to skate, you know?
Yeah.
And then it was just like thrown this like opportunity that like you can't say no to.
Yeah.
So I just took it.
So you filmed for Extremely Sorry, right?
Yeah, for like almost 2 years probably. I was like on retainer for him, so.
So at what point does it switch?
So you go back to skating again.
I got my camera stolen, my whole camera bag, just like one day. Just went to my car in the morning, fucking trunk broken, everything gone. And then I was just like, that was like after Extremely Sorry it ended, I didn't work for Flip anymore and was kind of just like skating with Colin and Figgy and everyone who I would have been with anyways, and they all rode for America and were filming for Stay Gold at the time. So John Miner kind of like just let me like help out like with that, and they like hooked me up with like just keeping me going, you know, and then during that is when my camera got stolen and I just like didn't have a job or anything to like replace that much like camera gear that I had spent like years and years of obtaining, and then it just kind of like said fuck it, and like just I wasn't even having fun doing it anymore, you know. It was just something like I was just doing it because it was like a way to make money, and then that was just like the best thing that ever happened though, was like my camera getting stolen, you know.
But you got the Vans thing coming up at the Huntington
US Open.
US Open?
Yeah.
You both go to that, right?
Yep.
You
Grayson
go
kills
off on
that
that
every
thing,
year.
huh? You enjoyed that format?
Yeah,
It's just because you're on the. It's because you're
No
on the
one
beach.
wants to get in his way, so he could drop in, and everyone's just like, get out of his way. Like
That's kind of what it seems like. I don't know.
I'm
It
scared.
does seem like that.
It's probably two things.
Believe me, I'm scared too. Fuck.
People probably want to
myself.
watch, but people probably kind of scared too. You know.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm clumsy.
But that's
So
why
I don't
everyone
know
loves
how
watching you skate, is because you honestly don't know what you're doing.
My
Until
feet
you're
always,
there.
my back foot always tends to come off the board. I always end up like, oh, and my foot starts flailing around like a fish.
Hey, where did the 1 foots come from? Like you like have the most insane 1 foot thing.
You know what's
going
funny
on.
is I think it's when I was really young. Well, not really young, but young. Anyways, really young. Tony Hawk had the Ollie North in the video game. I thought it was like the coolest trick ever. I was like, fuck, that trick's so sick. I was like, I'm gonna try it, and then And I think everyone thought it was a lame trick, so that just no one did it. So I was like, all right,
You own
perfect.
it now. I think about like your skating's so interesting to me because I feel like I've talked to you and you didn't grow up paying attention to skateboarding.
Yeah.
Still doesn't.
Which I think is sick because you learned to skate in a way that wasn't influenced by like professional skateboarding, right? I mean, you know him, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, isn't
Me
that
and-
what's
me and him used to
amazing
teach-
about his skating is that it's not molded by skateboarding.
Oh yeah.
Like
no.
most of us.
He has no
grew up.
idea. Like when we go on these trips, like where I'm filming, it's just like, all right, we're gonna go to like this spot, and he's just like, what's that? And I'm just like, it's to the point now. I'm like, you'll just be stoked on it. Like, don't worry about it.
Just take him.
Like I've sat there and tried to be like, oh, this dude did this there. Like this dude did this. And it's just like,
Yeah.
there's no idea.
Well, I had that moment with
But
him.
I love it. you
Like
know?
on a trip, I mentioned Brian Anderson or something. He was
Yeah.
like, "Who's that?" This was only like 2 years ago, and I was like, "That's so fucking sick."
No offense to the people.
No, of course not. But I think it's rad because everybody now grows up like paying so much attention to like who did what and what.
Yeah, it's like
pros
homework.
and they
I
wanna
don't want to do homework when I was younger. When I was a kid, I don't want to do that. I still don't want to do that. I'll go surf, go play video games.
But that's why you're skating so unique.
Oh, thank you.
That's why you're.
Let's
fucking
get the man another drink.
Homework is perfect.
You filmed the in transition part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that kind
That's
of your
like
first video part?
It all came
Kind of.
Pretty
you wanna
much.
call it a
That would
video
be
part?
mine if it
Yeah.
was a real. If it was.
Yeah.
If you would consider it a video part, then yes.
But I also think.
I don't know what it's considered. So.
Yeah, it's a
Doesn't
part.
matter.
You're kind of one of the few people that can probably film him.
Yeah.
I mean, Manzuri and Minor probably could,
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure.
But
Keeping up with him.
and no offense to anyone else, but because like the way you skated and then filmed and like the way you skate is perfect for filming.
And he knows the 3 tricks I do: tail slides, ollies, and
One foot.
frontside Smith grinds.
Well, a lot of it just like is for me now. Like, I filmed all the street shit. I filmed all the like sat at spots for hours. You know. It's just like to me, what I have the most fun filming now is like follow lines and tranny, and like
'Cause it's the
he is
funnest.
the perfect person to do that with because it's just
You're like
so
soulmates.
fun. Yeah,
Yep, pretty
So-
much.
and pretty much.
Are you still working at your family's company?
No, I just
the
go up there
surf
like
company?
every once in a while to help out when she has a big order or something like that. My grandma,
Astrodeck, sorry.
yeah, Astrodeck.
I was thinking of the name.
Yeah, my grandma like does everything. My grandpa like comes up with the designs for the surf pads and like sandals and stuff, and then my grandma like will literally like pull the order off the computer, like print it out, whatever. I don't really know the technical terms for everything, but she'll like print out the order. She'll pack it herself, weigh it, box it up, and then send it out. And
Is it rad being part of that sort of legacy? Like your family's ridiculous. Like it's
it has its pros and cons.
yeah.
I know a lot of people
Yeah.
from it. Like a lot of people know me. Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
For when I was younger, like, hey, what's up? How's your dad doing?
Oh really?
Oh, how's your uncle doing? Like, oh, how's your grandpa? How's your grandma? Oh, okay, see you later. Like, oh, not even what? You don't even say what's up with me?
How are you doing?
Yeah, like, all right, that's cool.
But you're also the guy who was able to sort of break away from the surfing and like make something of yourself in skateboarding, which is really, really rad.
Yeah, true. It didn't happen on purpose. It's just like all
Yeah.
the puzzle got put together that way. But I'm stoked. I go surf, go pack orders at Astrodeck. Like if she needs help, whatever, go surf with my dad, go skate with Chris.
You know what else? His grandfather was the first ever documented skating in a pool.
Really?
The first human person
Alright.
ever.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Over there's a picture of him like no shirt, jeans, no shoes on like a wooden board he made, going over a light. And the pool says "the pool."
The pool.
Yeah.
was
It
the
was
pool
like
at?
years before Dogtown.
I'm not sure where it was. Yeah,
That's,
it was.
That's Herbie, right? Is your
Yeah,
grandfather?
it's funny. Like, oh, I was skating when you guys were in diapers. Come on,
Just everyone.
it's pretty
I was
funny.
skating before
That's sick.
anyone.
Yeah, like they consider him the first dude to ever skate a pool.
That's crazy.
What do you, because you have so much history on both sides, considering they all skated and surfed and stuff. What do you prefer more? Surf or skate?
I used to never surf really until like 4 or 5 years ago when I moved in with my grandma in San Clemente again. But now it's like, I wouldn't necessarily say that skateboarding is a job because I love it and I do it for fun, but it also is a job as well. So it's nice, like when I get home, go surfing, like don't worry about nothing. Having a bad day surfing, like I don't have to stress out like, oh, I can't do nothing right now. Like you don't have to film, you know?
Right.
You're like, oh, I'm blowing it. You don't get that. You're just like, all right, well, I'm blowing it. It sucks, but whatever. Like,
You
you know,
don't
that's
have any pressure on you.
yeah,
really,
you're just
at
like,
all.
ah.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I think people are weirded out when I surf because I get all like skateboard vibes in the water. Like everyone's like trying to like peace and you know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck.
We were in Florida, and whenever I saw you in Tampa or whatever,
yeah.
and after that, he got like a random call from one of his dad's friends or something, and he's
Yeah,
just like,
homie.
yeah, his name
up,
was
homie?
Homie, and he's just like, hey, like meet us at this wave pool, like here's the address, and like we just thought we were going to some crazy like wave pool, and he's like, they rented this wave pool out when like that like have just like crazy waves, you know, like to surf, and like We get to this address and it's just, we pull up, we're at Disney World. And I was like, dude, there's no way that this is fucking right. Like,
Yeah, we thought we got the wrong address. We're like, oh, this is, I don't know, this is crazy.
This is crazy. And then he's like, fuck it, let's just go see if I see his car. And we just go in the Disney World parking lot and he recognized the car. And like, sure enough, we just like get privately escorted into Disney World.
There's a wave pool inside.
There's a wave pool inside.
Like a really, really fun one.
Like 50 rights, 50 lefts. And it's just like in a row.
Yeah.
And like, but watching him surf, I'd never seen him surf. And it's like seriously like watching him skate. Like it's identical. Like, it's so. I was sitting on the beach like filming. I'm just like cracking up. Like this is so funny. Like he skates exactly the like same style, same just power.
I've never even heard that. It's pretty funny.
What was the fucking dude's name? And I don't want to be a dick to him, but he had like.
Bird.
Thank you. He had like 19
Was that really what you're saying?
Oh my gosh.
Is that in the Union video?
I'm like, yes. He had like